So, welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm for yet another exciting action-packed episode. It's Monday the 15th, I think, of May today. I will check and I'll put it in the captions below, the exact date. It's the day after the night before anyway. I thought I'd try and do some filming where it's not as dark, but it is a bit dusky now. It's about 7:15, 7:45, maybe about 8 o'clock actually. I'm not checked, to be fair. Not much going on really progress wise with the shed or the cheeky hut, because I've had to hawk and shift some gear today, and I only got down about 6:30. I bet it's about 8:30 to be fair. Here we go, let's get in. Right, see them tyres there at the side of them tyres? What's that? Flags, reclaimed flags, quite a few of them. Spoke to Sarah and John yesterday when they were down on the Sunday, who are our neighbours. So it's Social Sarah and Builder John. And John said he's got some reclaimed flags. So I said, right, what we'll do is, because this pathway is really narrow, it's about 1 foot wide. It's no good. It's far too narrow really for the pair of us. So in between where we both have our little plots, we're going to widen it. Now if you look, where these are sticking out, John and Sarah's beds are sticking out on that side. If you follow that line down, it's like near enough a quarter way onto my gate, or our gate on that side. So they've agreed to take it 1 foot that way. I said, you don't have to bring it too far across. I'm not too bothered about that, as long as we can get like a 2 foot path put in here, all the way up to where it clears again, which is about here. So it clears about here, and it's not too bad. So I'm going to bring the flags up if I possibly can to about here. But with the flags that we've got there are 6 3 foot by 2 foot, and there are 4. In fact, yeah, there are 4 2 foot square ones. Okay, so what's 6 3s? 18, and 4 2s. So you've got 26 feet, and then you've got your spacers. So you've probably got knocking on for 27 feet ish, about 27 feet, which takes you to about midway here, I think, about there. Which, if I turn towards Mick, is there. It's halfway between my big bed there, and if you pan down you'll see what distance we're talking about. They should take us up to there. Alright, now we'll carry on and we'll continue on, so it leaves us really with about another 9 or 10 feet that we've got to fill. So if I can get 3 more of those 3x2s, that'll be spot on. It'll take us up to the leaks, and we want to go up to the leaks really here, and then once we're past this we're fine. You know, there's plenty of walking area and elbow room as you walk up through the plot. I put another I sound a bit like Alan Bennett there, don't I? I put another water butt up at the top here. Mother said it was the best thing to do. You can't have enough of the rainwater when you're growing little crops, she said, as she looked for the little biscuit underneath the settee. So yeah, everything's been watered up. I've not done too much really today, apart from getting those flags sorted out down there. Always give us some. He's got it from his mate at work. He's going to get some more down. He's going to bring some more flags, he said, down tomorrow. I'm working till late on Wednesday and Thursday, so I'll not be able to do nothing Wednesday and Thursday down here. But tomorrow I can give him a lift with it. As you can see there. These from Juicens, it's the aggregate. It's the sharp sand that you put underneath the flags. Sharp sand, blob them if you want, in each corner and one in the middle, I think. I've not done flags for ages, but I think that's what you do. If I remember rightly, I'll do a YouTube on it. YouTube is excellent for stuff like that, anything you want to know on how to lay flags, and I'll make sure we know what we're doing before we do it. But I'm going to be doing it on my own because John's back isn't very good. He's got a bad back. He's a gas man, John, a gas fitter and plumber, but his back's goosed. So I'll goose mine so we can be like, you know, goose buddies or whatever. Oh, when Uncle Alan came down the other day, I have taken down a video which was the stats video. I've taken down all the stats videos, to be honest with you, and the reason for that is they're a bit too PG to like 12, 15 year old. There's a bit of swearing in it and whatnot. Not massive swearing, but there's an S word and there's a B word. So I've took it down. I mean, and I'm moaning because I've got 5 dislikes. And everybody says 5 dislikes, so I've got about 50. What are you on about? I've got hundreds. But I had a bit of a moan about them because it was one bloke that was doing it anyway. I'm like, oh, shut up. Who cares? Right, alright. So I've took them down anyway. They were negative, and we're all about positivity here, so it's no... do you know what I mean? It's not what we want on here. What we want on here is stuff like this, and you can see how they are coming on, these. You got your red cabbage, normal cabbage there coming through. Yeah, you won't get a really clear shot of it because it's netted up and everything. And I've just put the nets back on because I've watered them and done a little bit of weeding. I've got to do a lot of weeding this week down here. And spinach, the perpetual spinach that you can just keep plucking leaves off the outside and eating them, and it just grows, keeps growing perpetually. We hope. This is going to be weeded and refilled. We're going to put a lot more veggies in probably this Saturday. It's going to be a real big planting day this Saturday. We're also going to be starting these foreign interlopers, which Alan brought down the other day. I do mention Alan on one of these stats videos and give him praise and thanks, but these he's brought back to us from Bulgaria. These all the way from sunny Bulgaria, and they're organic seeds. All of these are organic seeds. They're obviously Bulgarian seeds, but they are organic, and we're going to give them a try. Why not? Leek, salad beetroot, radishes. And original seeds. Ooh, that's different. But I think you can guess what they are. They look like Nance or something like that, or the version of it. So we're going to give them a whirl. We're going to pot them out and put the seeds in and give them a whirl. This beetroot's not looking too good because I, as an imbecile, thought that all these plants were just the one plant. I can't even see into it now, but they're a beetroot here. Beetroot. And the poor little beetroots have all been clustered together because I didn't separate them before I planted them in, and I think they're going to be goose then. But we'll try with the Bulgarian beetroot and see how that gets on, eh? Yeah. Speciala desalata. So it's a salad beetroot from Bulgaria, Uncle Bulgaria. So yeah, Alan brought me that down. He also brought me some naughty half bottle of brandy, which was Bulgarian brandy, and that's another reason why the stats video was taken down last night, because Daddy Farmer was tated. It was like mashed potatoes. So here we go. Yeah, it's coming on. These are not as far along as the other ones, but they still need to be netted. There's still a lot of netting to go onto these. That's semi-finished. I mean, you've got the size of the roof, but there's those gaps there, and these corner ends want it sorting out. That's all going to be done this week, because and then we'll do like a bug inspection inside there to see if there's any eggs already been laid onto the brassicas. But everything else is looking all right. I mean, that's the red lettuce in there, and you've got the red cabbage there, lettuce, standard lettuce, butter lettuce. More cabbages. It's a mixed bag, as I say, with all our planting, because we've just thrown everything in and see what happens this year. We want to get it all built. We want to get some food out of it, and I'm going to get a bed where I'm just going to throw everything in. Lettuce seeds, the bloody works, like, you know. Raspberry coming on. These will be canes, hopefully, in a bit. Poking their edge through. This is all going to be the fruit cage area, this. And the fruit cage area is probably going to start about here. I'm just going to leave them hanging out here for about 2 feet out, all the way down to there. Oh God, I'm doing it again, am I? I'm turning you all kinds of ways there. Right, so from here, where the crack is, to there, with the door there, I'm going to cut a pathway through that and keep cutting a pathway through it, the rhubarb. Helen's not so keen on it. I like it. I got a couple of stalks last night from Steve up at the top, and Steve gave us a couple of his massive stalks that he'd blanched and brought on, and they're about that far. You can get it on camera. About a couple of inches. And about 18-20 inches long, and I had 2 of them last night, which I dipped into honey and chewed, and they were gorgeous, lovely, simply lovely. Yeah, all the fruit bushes are coming along nicely. It's just a recap this that we're going to go through tonight, that's all I'm saying. Got a couple of flowers coming on that blueberry plant there, only a little baby blueberry plant, which needs the heritaceous earth as well, which I'm going to give it. I think I might have told you that in the gaps that we've got inside the fruit cage, as it's going to become the fruit cage, we're going to be putting 5 blueberries. I saw Tony from UK Here We Grow doing his blueberries, and he got pounds and pounds of them off his 5 plants with heritaceous soil and looking after them as he always does. So yeah, we're going to sort of try and copy that and get those beds put in, like a big deep bed, probably about 2.5 foot deep, somewhere in here. I'm guessing actually it's probably going to go about here, the blueberry bed, on this back wall of the 2B fruit cage, which is going to run all the way to the end of the fruits bushes and all along there. Like I say, I'm rambling again, sorry about that. Alright, we're clearing around, weeding and stuff like that, and clearing pathways as we're going. But it's going to be a bit of a job that I'm going to spend a full day on this weekend, that digging them all out and sorting them out and planting up the new. So a little addition that we've had on the shed is, you did see this last night obviously. Hang on. Come on. I bet I've made it worse. I surely have. I have. I'll tell you what, we'll go this way. I'm going to have to sort that out. I have done it worse, I must have done. I'm going to have to adjust that in some way. So yeah, so in here I've put the casing on the inside, the relief. Yeah. For it to sit against, and that's properly tight, really tight, and it's actually probably too tight because I pushed it out with the lock on. And I didn't bother checking before I started filming that actually. What a schoolboy error. It's so tight I can't open it. With one hand I can't open it. But obviously I can adjust that, I can sort that out, there's no problem with that. Same with this one. This one's perfect actually, as you can see. If you look into the joints, just eventual to focus there. Yeah. And you can feel as soon as that shuts, with all these gaps filled, it's instantly warmer and the air's not, or the wind's not blowing through in here. Don't put them at the bottom because you'll be tripping over them, but it's just the side and top casing. Yeah, and it's instantly, the draft goes straight away. Just had to go up that little side bit there, that's all. Where I hadn't cut it completely to the right length at that side. Okay, but this is how we're looking. So the to-do list for the shed is to fill in those gaps along there, hopefully this week, put the soffit, the felting on the top and the fascia, and a few little other bits and bobs. So the exterior and the basic frame, the standard building if you like, will be completed this week. I'm going to fit it out with shelves. This area that you as you look out through the windows, this part is going to have an L-shaped bench which starts about here, yeah, and comes out at a bit of an angle and then goes all of it and then perhaps curves round and goes there. And that, like a potting shed then, isn't it? Because you've got those two bloody great big windows there. I can use this area, this section, this first sort of like 20 inches or whatever. I'm doing about 20 inches there and along there. And that's going to be the potting benches in the potting shed. All the tools and stuff, of which there are not vast amounts, you don't need vast amounts, are going to go in this area. So the wheelbarrow, there's going to be shelves for all the bits and bobs and fence paint and things like this. Perhaps I'm going to put, maybe I'm going to put some boards on the underside of this, but I don't think I'll need them. And I'll have some storage space to sort of shove stuff into over the tops and that sort of thing. But there'll be little shelves going in to put screws, boxes of screws, and any other bits like zip ties, string, you know, the usual gardening stuff. I mean, it's a big enough shed to take the lot, this, really. It really is. But I'm going to utilise it as best as I can. Now, as I said before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put roller blinds on the ends. Once it's painted and everything's sorted out with it, I'm going to put roller blinds on that, going all the way across, so I can blank these out when it's too hot. And then these top bits will still allow a diffused light to come through, so you're still going to have enough brightness coming through here to see what you're doing, especially when I paint the inside of it, because the inside's not staying this red colour. It's going to be a kind of a magnolia or cream colour, this, on the inside, to give it extra brightness and to send light back. And you know, it's going to be light and bright and maintain as much natural light and reflected light as possible through the winter months. And I can use this for all kinds of, I've got some ideas for this place, I have. Yeah, so there'll be a few seats in here, like 2 or 3 seats, fold away jobs like that. So when people come round, friends and family come round, I'll have a few seats in here. Probably get about stack. I mean, you can stack a load of little deck chairs in here, couldn't you? You know what I mean? Have everybody sat round, little card table here, playing cards, messing about, whatever you want to do. Happy days. It's great, isn't it? It's great, isn't it? You can do whatever you want to do. There's no harm in it. Right, we better go out this way. I will sort out that. I will sort out that other bolt so that it will open. Right. I'll have a big clean up. That's going to be going on this week, so stay tuned for all that. Big clean up, big tidy up, big weed. I'm going to do the pointing on these. Yeah, leaving a small airflow. Look at that tickly hand. Airflow that can go through there underneath and allow moisture to evaporate from underneath it without allowing too much rain and moisture to get in. Okay, that way we'll keep it nice and dry and stop the rot from underneath. Okay, and that's where we're at. It's beautiful, beautiful. A bit cold tonight. The wind isn't as bad as it was earlier. It was quite windy a bit earlier on, but the temperature's dropped because we've not had a cloud in the sky today. No chemtrails on him. That is actually vapour coming off from him. Is it a comet, I wonder? No. And the sun's going down. So the sun is setting as we speak. We've probably got about another 45 minutes. I bet it's about 20 past 8. 45 minutes to an hour before it goes properly dark. And that's us, that's our shed, our cheeky hut. I hope you all had a good day at work today, and you're going to have a spectacular week to come. Revving it all up for the big weekend push again, when you're getting down your allotments and getting into your gardens and actually enjoying your lives. You wonderful, beautiful people. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments, likes, subscribes and bell rings, so you don't miss another exciting episode down at the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Daddy Farmer, and hopefully next time, after gymnastics, it'll be the little farmer himself making another appearance tomorrow night, when we will be potting up the Bulgarian seeds. So that's going to be that episode. Alright kids, nice one. Thanks a lot boys, girls of all ages, and as I say, you look after yourselves and look after each other. And hey guys, let's be careful out there. Did it, did it, did it, did it. Pow!